and I have just started my second year of the NHS Graduate Management Training scheme. I graduated from the University of Cambridge in 2017, having studied human, social and political sciences, where I specialised in biological anthropology and archaeology. In this video I will share with you a bit about my experience of the NHS grad scheme and give you some tips if you're thinking of applying. I've had a really positive experience of the scheme so far and would definitely recommend it, as I specialised in the policy and strategy part of the scheme. I've done 2 6-month placements already. One of these was at NHS England in Leeds and the other one was at a mental health trust. During both of these placements I did project management roles. I'm currently on my 3rd placement, which is a 6 to 8 week self-organised placement, and I chose to get some research experience in the area of public health at the University of Plymouth. The reason I came to Plymouth is that I grew up in Devon, and the university also has a great research institute that works closely with the local public health team, which is an area of work I want to go into after the scheme. After this self-organised placement, I start my final 6 to 9 month placement at NHS England in Leeds again. Let me tell you a bit about why and how I decided to apply for the scheme. At the start of the final year of my undergrad, I knew I wanted to start work rather than continue full-time study. I also knew that I wanted to work in the public or charity sector on anything health, social justice or environment related. I know that's pretty broad, and I actually decided to apply for multiple graduate schemes and jobs. I'd say that even if the NHS grad scheme is your first choice, I would apply for multiple things because in my year there was about 1 place for every 30 applicants. I got through the online test, the interview and the assessment centre and decided the NHS grad scheme was worth moving to Leeds for, despite London being my preferred location. I accepted the place and the scheme for multiple reasons, including the very supportive and fully funded training package and its good reputation. I also now love living in Leeds. You might be wondering what kind of experience I had before applying. I didn't have any particular healthcare or public health experience, but I had done quite a bit of volunteer work with Cambridge Hub. Volunteering throughout my degree really helped me to build the relevant work experience, and also it made me feel part of the Cambridge community. To prepare for the application and the scheme, I would really recommend taking any leadership opportunities you can, such as getting involved with college societies or in the holidays with kids clubs and things like that. Before we come on to frequently asked questions, here are some tips and advice from me. Firstly, I'd say just do something that you really enjoy. Don't worry if it's necessarily the right thing. Your career will be long and the right opportunities will come up and develop and you'll find out new things. For me, my scheme ends in 10 months and I don't know at all yet what I'll be doing. I'm hoping to work in public health, but I don't know where or specifically in what area I want to work. Just make sure that you enjoy yourself and do something that you're passionate about. Secondly, I'd say use the university's career service as much as you can and need. I really benefited from doing practice interviews, having one-to-one discussions, getting my CV checked and much more, and I also still use it now. Next up are some really great questions from current students, and I'm going to give you some answers based on my experience. What I like most about my work is the chance I get to work with great colleagues who have a real passion for improving the lives of others. As a group of trainees, we're also really close, and I've enjoyed working with and getting to know colleagues on my placements. Throughout the scheme, I feel like I've been able to get a good work-life balance and still have time for sports and for socialising. I generally work 37.5 hours a week, which is what I'm contracted to work, and all the training is included in that time. It does depend a little on the demands and work culture of each placement though. On top of the placements, there's the academic learning to do in your own time, and sometimes I do get home late or need to get up early to travel to meetings. But for me, I'd say I have a good work-life balance. In the interview, they're looking mainly for your passion to work for the NHS and your leadership potential. Of course, it makes some sense to know a bit about how the NHS is structured and to prepare for any of the interview. For example, they asked how I had prepared for the interview and how I had kept up to date with NHS news. In all my placements, I've been lucky and I've been given my own project or work to lead on, and I only had to do the necessary admin task related to my work. This again varies across placements, and the idea is that in each of your placements you get real work with real responsibility that stretches you. Obviously, it also depends on your own initiative to ask for work, ask questions and get involved with interesting projects and things that you're interested in. Personally, all my colleagues and mentors or placement managers have been really supportive in my personal and professional development and have also welcomed me asking questions. All the training on the scheme also gives you plenty of learning and development opportunities. Lastly, here are some pointers if you want more information or have unanswered questions. I've written a blog about why I recommend the scheme on Not in the City, and there's also a blog post about the application process on the grad scheme website. On the website you can also get in touch with any current trainee, see other people's questions and answers to them, and read lots of blog posts by current trainees or people who have already completed the scheme. You can also get in touch with me personally via GradLink through the Career Service website, on Twitter or via LinkedIn, and I'll be happy to answer your questions. I found GradLink to be really valuable and still use it myself. Thanks for watching and good luck with your future.